I live? Am I live? Hold on, I gotta move my microphone. Okay. Okay. I'm taking a little break. Little charger thing. Oh, hello. Oh, you got your necklace today? Oh, I'm so excited. I have another one I have to ship out. I'm so excited to get more of that stuff so I could do more necklaces, but I've been kind of lazy lately on the business end of things. I don't know. Just not having the creativity spark. I still have some left to do more. I only made little small things right now, and hopefully one day I can make bigger things. But hey, hello, Tony. Hello, Dallas. You know what? Hold on a second. I'm actually in the middle of doing my nails, and I got one hand filed, and the other hand, I got one hand in my pocket. The other hand, I didn't even start filing really yet, so just kind of taking a little break. Figured I'd come say hello to everybody, see how you guys are doing. I was watching the Karen Reed trial. Holy shit, what a fucking mess that shit is. Dude, just a fucking mess. I've watched a few trials, not many. I'm not a big, like, trial watcher, but I've never seen anything like this. I mean, this is fucking crazy. It is just one crazy thing after another just keeps happening, and it's like in rapid succession. Hey, Miss Blue. Hey, Purple Iris. Jillian, does that say? Um, oh my god, it's crazy. Hey, dolls, I'm sick. I don't know what's wrong with me. Ooh, that's not good. It's up blank screen. I mean, it's literally just one thing. Hey, Dormery, after another. It's a fucking craziness. Right now, they have this guy that they brought in on the stand. I've never seen anything like this. This is one of their expert witnesses that they just brought in on the stand to testify. And there was like a whole big thing about this guy even coming in to begin with. And they get him to come in. And so, you know how when they bring in like an expert witness, say it's like a DNA or he does, phone analysis or whatever, which is, I think, what this guy basically does, some type of technology, analysis. They're going over his CV, and the fucking defense attorney pulls out this. He has three different CVs, and on all three of them, they say that he, received a bachelor's in art, in science. I'm sorry, and it turns out he didn't even have it. He never got his degree, and he lied. He lied on his. It's on the website. I don't know. I forget which one. One of them said he didn't receive it yet. The other one said he did. Thank you, Susan, for joining. And I'm like, oh my god, what a fucking mess! What a fucking mess! How do you lie? He lied. He lied on his thing. So now I'm sitting here wondering, is this guy going to lose his fucking job after this? Like, this is on, I don't want to say national TV because I don't think this is technically being televised, but it's being streamed to millions and millions of people that are watching. And this guy lied about his, he lied about his experience. He doesn't have a degree. How fucking crazy is that? So, so it's been pretty interesting, but I needed to take a little break. Yeah, I've been kind of loosely following the Diddy trial. I listened to some of Cassie's testimony on this channel that I don't know if it's like legit, because they do like a voiceover of the testimony from like somebody's tweets, and it's like, it just seems very disjointed. It doesn't seem like the questioning just seems very disjointed. Like, it seems like they're going from like one question to the next, which I guess sometimes they do. But yeah, that's another whole just complete shit show. Complete shit show. Part of me, and I know people are going to be like, oh, you're fucked up for thinking this way, but like part of me feels like, obviously, look, he's fucking sick, Diddy, right? He's sick. But I have to question this. Like, how did you get into that situation, girl? I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, if my husband was like, hey, I'm gonna hire a male hooker and he's gonna piss on you, and you gotta do all this crazy shit, I would be like, yeah, no, that's probably not happening. Like this guy just, I mean, she just kind of like, my whole point is, like, how did you let that happen a first time in order for it to happen hundreds of more times with these crazy freak off situations that they were getting themselves into. It's just like, what? How do you even agree to that the first time? Is my question. You know, I'm not saying. Look, she was young, and you know, you have to look at the situation kind of realistically. Is that like people want something from him, obviously, right? He has a lot of influence, he has a lot of power, especially in the music industry, obviously. And these people were these people wanted to be around him, right? Because they were going to get something, including her. And I think that, then it just, I mean, probably took over the way most abusive relationships do. In the beginning, it's all the love bombing and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're in an abusive relationship and you're like, what the fuck happened? Like, how did this all happen? I've been there years ago when I was younger. At first, I knew things weren't like 100% right. I kept like saying like, oh, it's kind of weird. But then I would make an excuse for it. I'd be like, oh, he fucking got really upset one time because I told him about, this guy I made out with. And I was like, oh, he's just jealous. He likes me. He cares about me. Like, I kept, making like excuses for it, like for the jealousy. Cause this one guy I was with, he was like just super jealous, dude. We were also really young. And I think some of that is like age appropriate when you're that young, you're still not fully developed. And I think your brain, for some people especially, is just insecure, like, I don't know. He might have had some personality disorders. I don't know. I really don't know what the story was, but he actually just passed away recently. As crazy enough as it is. The second guy I've been with that I dated that passed away. Crazy. And he had like some rare form of cancer, like some rare form of lung cancer. He's my age. It's fucking crazy. I know he smoked like when we were younger. I don't know if he still did because I haven't talked to him in like 20 years. I was friendly with him on Facebook. But yeah, shit, fucked up shit. But anyway, very sad, his mom's having such a hard time with it. And that's what's so sad to me. I see her, posting on Facebook, and I stayed very friendly with his mom for years, we like on Facebook and shit, but that's just heartbreaking to see his mom, she's just crushed. I mean, just completely crushed. But anyway, there was like little signs, I guess, when we started dating that like I knew were kind of like wrong. Like I remember thinking in my head, like something like this, is this right? Like he was kind of my first like serious relationship that I got into in high school. Before him, I really just kind of like casually like hung out with guys. Like I never really considered anybody my boyfriend, really, because I really didn't want to date anybody at that time. And then I kind of just fell into it. We got into a relationship. In the beginning, I noticed things that were strange, but I really didn't have anything to compare it to. Like I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Like I really didn't know what normal was. So, there was definitely some signs that I was like, all right, this guy's a little controlling. And then as time went on, it just got worse and worse. So, I don't want to talk badly about him because he's, no longer with us. But it was, I believe it was a combination of just, immaturity and, maybe some issues that were going on. But, that's how it usually goes down. In the beginning, they're love bombing you and you're like, oh my God, it's the greatest feeling in the world. And then as time goes on, you start noticing these like jealous or crazy kind of things happening. And you're like, wait a second, like this isn't 100% right, And then eventually, before you know it, you're like so deep into things. And then, if you have one of those types of people, like, because he was kind of one of those types of people where, if you were, gave any indication about, maybe breaking up or something like that, he would, threaten like crazy shit. So, whatever. I guess, that's how you get trapped in. I just don't know how you like become okay with sleeping with male hookers and letting them piss on you. I'm sorry. I just like, I don't know. I've never been in that situation. Hadn't realized Cassie's husband was Diddy's personal trainer. Yeah, I think it was her personal trainer too at some point. And like, that's fucking crazy because like on the stand, she's basically testifying that she was still hooking up with Diddy in like the beginning of their relationship, it seems. I don't know. Look, fucking Hollywood people are crazy. Okay, I think to even want to go down that route in life, you gotta have something fucking wrong with you, right? Like to want to be famous and I don't know, to have that like desire. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I've never been in this situation. I've never met anybody who's like ultra rich and ultra famous, so it's like hard to say what I would do because I don't know how, maybe in that situation, it's just much easier to coerce, people because you would just have so much money and influence. And it's like, oh my God, I could be with Diddy. Like, I don't know. I really don't. But I'm just like questioning what the fuck is wrong with her at the same time that she even got herself into the situation that she was in. And then, became okay with like participating in this. And it's weird because in some of the text messages, she kind of like seems like she like likes it and is enjoying. I don't know. It's fucking crazy. If you didn't watch it, I don't know what the name of the channel is. I can't even tell you, but there's some channel where they do the testimony, like, basically as if you're sitting in the fucking courtroom. And fuck New York for not letting fucking cameras in the courtrooms. It's so annoying. Even with the Rex Heuermann case that's going to be coming up eventually, it's like, it just sucks. I think that we should have full transparency to the public, and you should be able to watch the cases. So I think Diddy thought he was scot-free after paying Cassie off. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he thought that was it. And that situation is what got this whole entire case started. That is what kicked all of this off. So I'm just happy to know that he's sitting in prison while he's was waiting for trial. And like, maybe it's humbling the man. I don't know. But, and it almost seems like they want to like blame the drugs for it. But it's like, I don't know, dude. Something wrong with the guy. Money, power. I don't know what gets you. Ugh, it's all so gross. It's just sick. It's deviant. It's just fucking disgusting, to be quite honest. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? What is wrong with you? I've been watching Rotten Mango. I don't know who that is. I don't watch it. It's not the person Laura's always talking about. But yeah, so I can't wait until the Idaho 4 trial starts because that's going to be really interesting too. But oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. At least that one will be able to actually watch the trial. So that'll be super, super interesting. But holy shit. Holy shit. People have been talking about Diddy for years. Yeah, I mean, you got Jaguar Wright, who's been, talking about him. And then you got, what's that other guy? Holy shit, the old bodyguard. Why can't, Gene Deal. He's been, talking about him. Like, people have been outing. I want to know what happened to Kim Porter. What was I watching the other day? Hold on a second. I was watching something the other day. Shit. Where they were talking about... Oh, I was watching this interview with this random... I don't know. I guess he was like a bodyguard for some, in the industry or something like that. And he was talking about, he is now, he has this like company basically that somehow they're involved in, like helping save people from this, sex trade, basically from sex trafficking. And he was talking about how he's been like poisoned before. Whether this is true or not, I don't know. It's all alleged. But he was saying that there was a certain poison. I don't know if it was like cyanide or something like that. But whatever it is, whatever poison it is, it causes pneumonia. And so, and he's like, why do you think all these people around Diddy have been dying? Not even just Diddy, but like think of all the famous people that like died of pneumonia. When you sit back and you think about it, you're like, okay, that Britney, what's her name? Holy shit, I could see her face. I can't remember her last name now. You got her, you got Kim Porter. Like, there was a lot of celebrities that died from pneumonia. And you're like, why are they even getting pneumonia? I'll be watching what is that? Tisa Tells on the latest PD. I've been watching Tisa Tells. Oh, or is that a channel? I never heard of that one. Cat Williams. Brittany Murphy, that's it. Yeah, like her. And there was a couple of other famous people that like died from, pneumonia. Like, and I'm like, every time I hear that, I think it's so weird because I'm like, I don't know, pneumonia is like treatable, first of all. But like, second of all, why are these people getting pneumonia like that? Like that bad? Very odd, And then you think to yourself, well, oh, maybe because they travel so much, they're kind of like run down or something like that. Oh, Ellen DeGeneres is a total shitbag, from what I understand. She's horrible. Oh, her and Diddy were close? I didn't know that, Susan. That's interesting. Baby oil inhalation. Wait, hold on. I gotta go back. That's so fucking funny. Uh, baby fucking oil. That's great. Causes pneumonia. The Kardashians might be connected. Kris Jenner's boyfriend or fiance was with Kim Porter right before and after. Or, oh, get out of here when she died. I didn't know that. Dude. Wow. I think his last baby mama is like 30. Who's that? Who? Brittany Murphy was also very. How did Heath Ledger die? Did he have pneumonia too or no? He died of an overdose, I think. Rotten Mango is in the courtroom daily and doing daily videos. Oh, I have to check that out. I've been like kind of loosely following it. Like I haven't been watching every single day because it sucks that you can't, like, you know what I'm saying, like you're hearing it secondhand, you're not hearing it firsthand from the like the Karen Reed trial. Like you could just watch the trial, you turn it on, they're streaming in the courtroom, it's like you're hearing other people's interpretations of it. So kind of sucks. It was an OD, yeah. A less common but more serious adverse of ingesting baby oil is aspiration pneumonia, which occurs if baby oil or another fatty substance is breathed into the lungs. What? Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy. Ugh. Ugh. And it's like, it's what the other thing that I find a little bit weird is that why did like, so he was taping these freak offs, obviously, right? And using them against her, but like, did she not have access to like taping them herself? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a way more famous person than she is. So like, why, like, his public image is way more important, I guess, in a sense, right, than hers is. Why didn't she like ever threaten him back? I don't know. That's where I'm like having a little trouble, because in some of these messages that they were reading in the courtroom, you kind of see her fighting back with him and like kind of threatening him in a sense. I don't know. It's just the whole thing's fucking crazy to me. Crazy to me. But what he did to her was just horrible. I mean, like, and it makes you wonder, is there other women that are going to come forward that are going to corroborate this story? And then, like, how is he able to maintain a relationship with Kim Porter all those years? Or were they, did the freak off thing, was it just with Cassie? Was this a thing that he just took advantage of her and did? Or, was there more women that he was doing this with? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? At some point in time, I mean, he was with Kim Porter, right, for quite a while, and they had all these kids together. So I'm assuming that, these, I don't know, maybe it was going on. I don't know. I don't know. Surprise witness channel said the type of pneumonia was from fecal matter bacteria. What the fuck? Which she could have been sick from. Wait a second. Didn't they say, was that Kim Porter that somebody was saying he shit on the bed, or was that Cassie? Oh no, he took a shit and like left it in there and pissed on her. Ugh. Like, dude, that's when you're just a vile human that you just like don't have any regard for anybody at that point in time. I think he just got so fucking rich and so used to people just kissing his ass that he must have got to a point where he just like, I don't know, I guess he just completely lacks regard for human life. They say a lot of like super successful people like Diddy, like those types of people are psychopaths, because in order to gain and get to the top where you want to get, you have to have, like certain qualities. And they say that a lot of famous people, like highly successful people, are psychopaths because, they're able to kind of like climb their way to the top without giving a fuck about other people, and there's like certain characteristics and traits that a person needs in order to, reach that level of success. Oh, the bed crap was Amber Heard too. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I remember Kim Porter said she was doing a book and then, you know, and there's so many people that like ended up even Jamie Foxx, right, is saying something like kind of joked around, but I don't know, dude. When he was raised, he had he had thousands of bottles of baby oil. It's fucking weird, dude. First of all, like, all right, let's just say you're having these freak offs. Let's just give it a time, right? Once a week, right? Once every 2 weeks. Why the fuck do you need thousands of bottles of baby oil? You know what I'm saying? Like, how about just going? I have had the same bottle of baby oil in my cabinet, and it's like a mini bottle. I think since I Jesse's baby shower, it's the same fucking bottle that I've had. That's how little I would ever use a fucking baby oil. First of all, I hate the way it smells. Ugh, ugh. If anybody ever told me to put baby oil on, I'd be like, fuck you. Sorry, can't do it. I hate the fucking scent of anything baby scented, whether it's baby powder or baby oil. Ugh, it's so bad. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that you just have in your house because you might need it at some point in time. But I've had the same fucking tiny bottle and it's lasted me a decade, over a decade. I think I got it for a gift. Like it was part of like a gift set that I got for Jesse's baby shower. And I don't even think I ever once used it on him. I don't even know why they call it baby oil because like I never used it on a baby. I've never put it on him. So I have no idea what do you even need it for? Well, I know what he needed it for, but I'm just saying, like, normal people, what the fuck do you even really need it for? I used to, when I was in high school, I used to use baby oil all the time because I thought, I didn't know any better. I have this, skin condition. It's very common. A lot of people have it. It's called chicken skin or keratosis pilaris or something like that. And it's like, it looks like you have goosebumps permanently on your legs. And then some people get it on the back of their arms. And so I thought it was because my skin was dry because back then we didn't have the internet and there was like, I didn't know why I had this. And my parents like never brought me to a dermatologist or anything. So I just assumed it was dry skin. And I used to like, every time I got out of the shower, I'd like lather my legs down in baby oil. And I hated the way it smelled, but I was like desperate to get rid of this shit. I had to get rid of it. And then I think like in the late 90s, it was like in style to have like a fucking baby oiled up like kind of body, like when you went out. And then you used to use it as tan. Remember, you used to just like slather on fucking baby oil and go tan and sit out in the sun. Megan Mouse, have you seen his 50th birthday party video or the video of Black Excellent with Jay-Z? No, I never saw that. Nope. I haven't like been following it all that closely. It's like really disappointing to me because I was a huge fan of Bad Boy, dude, when I was young. I mean, and still am. I still love the music. Sadly enough, then when Diddy songs or songs, with him come on, I'm like, ugh. Same way I kind of feel about R. Kelly. I love his music. He's a piece of shit. But when his song, there's songs that I just can't. I'm sorry. I'm not going to just dislike the song. I still enjoy the song. But I'm like, I was a huge Bad Boy fan, like huge. All the artists that were related to be, Mace, fucking obviously Biggie, any artist that he had on the label. I mean, the Locks, fucking, oh my God, huge fan. And it's so disappointing. So disappointing. I mean, the artists are still the artists, but I'm just saying, like, it's just disappointing because he became the face of Bad Boy Records, and it's like, ugh, you don't want to wear a Bad Boy shirt, that's for sure. Which I never really seen them. Oddly enough, they never really sold Bad Boy shirts in the stores. I've seen I have like 4 or 5 Death Row Records shirts, but and Wu-Tang shirts and all that shit, but I don't have any Bad Boy shirts. So weird. It's on his channel. I didn't even know he had a channel. KP sucks. Well, anyway, if you have it, baby oil is not the answer. The answer is you got to exfoliate the shit out of your legs. Number one, with I use not a pumice stone. It's like a sponge. Sometimes, not all the time, or like a really, really abrasive body, thing. And then you have to get amlactin. That's like the That's the only way to get rid of it, but you have to do it religiously. Otherwise, it's just going to come back all the time. I have this other lotion called KP Duty that I bought years ago, but I don't like it as much. I just hate the way that amlactin smells. It has this like weird, I don't know. I don't, it almost smells like, it reminds me of fucking what's that shit you put in the car? Antifreeze. I don't know. It has like this weird smell. It's very faint and it burns like a bitch when you come out of the shower and your, legs are just shaved and you put the amlactin on. You get used to it after a while, but it burns. I remember I did end up going to the doctor when I was younger and getting a lotion from the doctor, and I didn't know what it was. I was just like, oh, all right. He gave me the lotion, and that shit burned so bad. It was probably amlactin just in a prescription, but oh my God, the shit was, it's horrible. And it sucks because, like, there's nothing you can really do about it. You're just kind of stuck with it. So, I went to a Sean John clothing fashion show when I was younger. It was a whole thing. I mean, man, it's just so disappointing. What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit. We knew because of the trial that every party that he threw was not a freak off. Those were different things. Yeah, no, the freak offs, I didn't think the parties were involved. Because there's too many people there. The freak offs were like a separate thing that he had going on, that they were planned, ahead of time. You know what wasn't on my fucking bingo card though? That one of the male escorts that they were using was also like the Trump shooter at like a Trump hotel or something. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how did this happen? Apparently the guy's like bipolar and I don't know. I have no fucking idea. It's crazy. Antifreeze is interesting as well. It's been used in a lot of murder cases because it's mostly tasteless. It will hardly ever... Yeah, right. I've heard of people using that before. There was like a whole antifreeze fucking case at one point. It was hardly ever ran on a tox panel. It's being considered more... Yeah, well, a lot of people use it. I've heard of it, like, just watching Dateline. I've heard of it being used so many freaking, cases where people are, like, slowly... There was some husband-wife thing, I remember, like, where the wife, I think, was trying to put like small amounts of antifreeze. She kept putting it like in his drinks or whatever. Fucking crazy. Crazy. Like, just get divorced, dude. Like, what the fuck? Inside my 50th birthday party. Oh, I gotta check that out. So, yeah. If you slow down, you can see who's who. I wonder if his house was raided by the FBI, went into foreclosure. I don't think so. He's so fucking ultra rich. Well, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't been, like, following it, like, that closely, but I, I listened to some of the testimony, obviously, because I wanted to hear what, Cassie had to say. So, it's just that I don't even know if I'm getting the full testimony because the way that this channel does it, it's so, like the questioning, like, watching, after watching the Karen Reed trial twice now, I feel like the questioning, like, it's always, like, sometimes they jump around from, like, topic to topic, but, like, they'll ask a bunch of questions that are the same, kind of having to do with the same thing, and then they'll, go into the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. It's like, this one's, like, I don't know, the way that it's being read, it's like they're jumping all over the place from, like, question to question. And I'm like, is that how it's actually going down in the courtroom? Or is that just how this person's interpreting it? I don't know. I don't know what his house listed for sale. I think he had his house in his mom's name from what I remember. I believe that, like, his houses and shit were in the mother's name. Because you know why people do that. When they're fucking being shady or they know something's going to happen or they're going to get sued, they put the house in somebody else's name to protect themselves. So I'm pretty sure that I know at least one of the houses he did that with. It was, I don't remember which one, but he's probably got tons of houses. I still remember the weird vibes from the tape in front of the car, P. Diddy with Justin Bieber. Yeah, that shit was weird. Real weird. Real weird. That kid probably saw, things that no kid his age should have been exposed to. I don't see him getting out. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. It'll be interesting. You know, him and Suge Knight, it's kind of funny because they're like mortal enemies, right? Like in a sense, and he's in prison, and now Puff Daddy's gonna be in prison. Only thing is, I feel like Suge Knight has like way more street cred and like a way better chance of like having an easier time in prison because he's like a huge guy. Diddy, I don't think it's gonna go well for him. You know, once he's in a federal prison somewhere, I just don't. He's gonna probably spend the rest of his life in protective custody of some sort or alone, or you know what I'm saying, because he's so high profile. I just can't see. Yeah, and then especially with this shit, like his crimes, I don't know, dude. I can't see him faring well in a, you know, prison with actual other criminals, but who knows. Yeah, Diddy's like another Epstein, basically, right? These people are sick. Like, really, like, what is, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand why, how do you get that deviant, dude? Like, what is going on? You know, there has to be some type of mental condition associated with this shit, because it's fucking crazy. I'm curious to see your reaction to those videos. What, his birthday party? I had a notification come up on my phone today about someone setting the record straight on Epstein, but I didn't get the chance to read it. Curious as to what is next. Huck, you fucking triggered the shit out of Laura. Was that you in her chat last night? Holy shit. I watched a little bit of her live this morning and she was bugging the fuck out. They say Diddy was bribing other inmates. He's doing fine in prison and still, oh, and there you go. Yes, Usher too. Money, power, and boredom. I'm saying like the sexual component though. It's like, why isn't like one person just enough for you? Like, why do these people get like, you know what I'm saying? It's you're pushing these like boundaries of like why I don't know what I'm trying to say. For like gratification purposes, right? How much do you need? Because most guys, I just don't think really need that much to like for the gratification is what I'm basically saying. You know? Like, do you need to, you know, have all this like pomp and circumstances, you know, going on, and guys and these visual aids and the fucking baby oil? Like, do you really need that to get off? Like, come on, dude, really? Come on, like it's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's just like that's why I'm saying it's a sickness, you know, because you're like, I don't know. I just don't think you need that much. I just don't think you need all that, you know, for fucking uh I just don't. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not like good at talking about those types of things, I guess. It's something I will never understand. I won't either. It's always like it really like the more you hear these stories, the more just like you're like ugh, like you get disgusted by men. You're like they're so fucking gross because like you don't hear women doing these things. You know, like it's. I'm not saying that it never happens. That women are never the aggressors or the deviant ones that are, you know, obviously there's been, you know, stories in the news where there's been like those female teachers that are, you know, having sex with their students and shit. And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this woman? Like, what is wrong with her? You know? But then, but like these types of things, you just never hear women doing it. And then you're like, oh, like, you know, you start thinking in your head, like, are all men like this? Like secretly? Like, what the fuck? You know, it's just so gross. Ugh, it's so disgusting. You're like, you know, like you just think, I don't know, am I alone in that? I just feel like to myself, I'm like, oh, like men are so fucking gross. And I hate being like that because I know, I don't think it's all men, but I'm like, you know, you just feel like, you're like, like I would never think to do anything like that to somebody. I just wouldn't, that wouldn't even go through my brain. Ugh, it's so disgusting. They say Jay-Z keeps Beyonce on drugs. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't know. There's been a lot of rumors about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I can't stand Beyonce. Like, I absolutely fucking despise her. You know, I'm like, I'm just not a fan of her or her music. There's just always been something about her that, like, I can't explain it. I don't know. She's always seemed just very arrogant. Like, I don't know. I love, like, yeah, what's her name? Uh, Alicia Keys. You know, like, she's just a great, talented musical genius. Like, she's and she's humble and she's a good person. Something about Beyonce, I don't know. It's just like I never cared for her music. It's just too poppy for me. Like I'm not into that like ultra poppy fucking music kind of music, but like I don't know. There's just something about her. I've heard she's like really evil. It's kind of like J-Lo. I fucking hate J-Lo and I don't even know why. I don't know her. I just don't like her, dude. I don't know. I just never liked her. Her music sucks. I just think she doesn't have talent. Like there's so many more talented people out there than her. Way more talented than her. It's like, why'd she get so famous? Kind of like Britney Spears. I'm like, she's really not that great of a singer. Like, I don't know why everybody always made a big deal. Christina Aguilera, her voice is fucking amazing. You know? Like Beyonce, I just don't feel like, I feel like she's just really pretty. She's gorgeous. You know, there's no denying that. But I feel like she's like, talent wise, I don't feel like she's that talented. I feel like she's just dancing she is. I will say she's very performatively. She's very, good at dancing and the performance. But singing, I don't know. I've never found her singing to be like that, great. Like her voice is that great or anything like that. It's good, don't get me wrong, but it's just not, I don't know, it's just not that great. J-Lo is horrible though. I've heard she like treats people like total shit. And aren't her and Ben Affleck getting divorced again? Or something. Well, not again. Well, right? Because they didn't get married the first time. I think they broke. I don't know. I just always, J-Lo has always rubbed me the wrong way. And that's what I heard, right? They're both divas. Like, J-Lo, like, treats people like complete shit. And she thinks she's better than everybody. Now, Mariah Carey is arrogant, but, like, I don't mind it. Because I'm like, you know what? She has a right to be arrogant. She's very, very talented, dude. I loved Mariah Carey when I was a kid. I fucking absolutely loved her music. I still like her fucking music. And she's very arrogant, but she kind of like, I don't know, she kind of deserves to be, in a sense. You know who I loved? Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston she was the shit. Until she got all fucked up with drugs. But she was the shit. I'm fairly sure you won't hear from any of them that are or were associated with Diddy. No, you're not going to hear anything. They're not going to. First of all, there's a code, in that life. You don't rat out on people, so you'll never hear Jay-Z speak. He's a private person, although he's like obviously, always being followed by the paparazzi and all this shit. I think he's like a private type person. He doesn't do too many interviews. I know he has, but like Nas, he don't do really any interviews. It's so fucking rare to see that guy do an interview. He's so private. But Jay-Z, I mean, he's obviously a little bit more public, but he's not, I don't think he's the type that's going to do an interview and talk about Diddy. I just don't. This whole Jay-Z and Rihanna rabbit hole, what's that? Rihanna's another one that I'm not really like, I don't know. I'm just like, like she's all right, but I'm not a big fan of her music. She kind of became the new Beyonce when she came around. I feel like I put her in the same kind of like pop category. Yeah, that's really sad, Susan. I like so don't follow Hollywood stuff. But I do, when I was younger, obviously, I was very into like music and shit. So, not obviously. I mean, I was just into like, rap music and the whole culture. But I'm not like a Hollywood person. Somebody was just asking me the other day, they're like, did you ever hear of this movie? I'm like, I have no idea. I'm like, I'm so bad with that shit. He was her guardian before she was 18. Who's that? I think Clive Davis is also a sicko. He probably is, I'm sure. Look, dude, I think all those people they're sick, They're all sick fucks. They're all sick. The music industry itself is just, go back to like Michael Jackson and his life growing up and think of all the stories that have come out of like the music industry alone, with all these like weird stories you hear. I don't know. It's Holly weird. That's why they call it Holly weird. Hollywood and the music industry, it's all fucking crazy. It's all crazy. And it's even more sick. There's people that are just willing to throw themselves away. Not themselves, but I'm just saying like sell themselves to the devil basically still to this day, knowing all this crazy shit that goes on that's been exposed in the last, I want to say decade, right? Because you had Weinstein, you had fucking well, Epstein. I don't know if he was really considered Hollywood, but you know what I'm saying? Like You had all this shit come out. R. Kelly and all these like crazy fucking stories. That whole story about the Nickelodeon thing, right? And like which I still haven't watched that. I want to watch that. Um, and then now Diddy, and there's still people out there that are willing to, put themselves in that environment for the, for the fame and fortune. It's fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. Britney Spears has gone down pretty badly. Oh my God. I remember when she went through that, whatever the fuck, I guess it was a mental breakdown, but it was like a public mental breakdown when she shaved her head and then she smashed. I mean, like that picture of her shaving her fucking head and the umbrella when she like beat the paparazzi's car with the umbrella is like literally burned into my fucking brain. I think when I die and I'm on my deathbed, I'm gonna like see that flash in my fucking head because I saw it so many fucking times. Back then, I used to like follow what was it, Perez Hilton. Thank you, perplexed PC fucking so. What the fuck is that? Oh my God, that is so bad. Is that is that Laura's foot? Something's afoot. Hold on a second. I gotta fucking pin this shit to the screen. This is too much. Oh my God, why isn't it? Dude, what is going on there? Can I just. What the fuck? Wow. Thank you for the membership. Sorry, I was like totally just fucking taken aback by the foot. Oh, I'm like something with the foot. Dude, why is that? Why? Just, I don't know. I don't understand. What is going on there? There's like one extremely long toe. And look, I am in no fucking place to say anything about people's feet, okay? My feet are fucking horrible, dude. I have the ugliest damn feet in the world. I do. I was so self-conscious of my feet when I was young. Like, when you go through that, like, awkward stage when you're about, I don't know, 13, and you start getting all self-conscious about yourself. I would wear socks in the pool. Because my dad used to pick on me when I was a kid and make fun of my feet. My whole family did. They would be like, oh, you have monkey toes, which I do. They're right. They're 100% right. But I will say, at least my toes are like proportionate to like each other. What is going on here? You got like one long toe and then the rest are like, what happened? How do you find shoes that fit on, like, how? How do you, how does that go in a shoe? I mean, it's clearly doesn't fit on this sandal. Wow, dude. That is a fucking toe and a half there. I would not wear it. No, I wouldn't either if that was... I think what's going on is she has hammer toes. Like, that means, like, your toe is, like, curled under, I think. And so, like, they look so out of proportion because they're curled under. Because I don't see any toenails on the other toes. I don't know. But, yeah, that would not be... I mean, look, my fucking toes are ugly, so I'm not here to, like, my toes are just as fucking bad. That's not a sandal. It's a mandal. I think I have the same sandals, though. I think it's like the... No, actually, I don't know. It looks like the Adidas slides, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Dude, Laura, wow. That toe has a pulse. It needs like its own shoe. It needs like a whole separate shoe just for the one toe. It's like its own an entity. God, that's so... Bob the Builder. Bob the Builder. Oh, sorry, Rhonda. Yeah, it has a pulse. It has a lot. It has its own zip code, I think. It's fucking big toe, man. Well, when they say big toe, I mean, they weren't fucking kidding. My problem with my feet is that my two middle toes are longer than my big toe. Just by like a tiny bit. But it makes for problems finding shoes because, most shoes are on like that angle because most people's toes go in like a succession where it's like your big toe and then and then they all get smaller. Mine do the opposite. My big toe is my big toe. And then my two middle toes are like just slightly longer than that toe for some reason. And then it goes down in size. So my foot is like kind of rounded at the You know what I'm saying? It's not like an angle. And so I can't wear certain shoes because, like Crocs, for instance, right? The Crocs are, not that I would wear Crocs, but I'm just trying to explain. The Crocs are designed for somebody whose foot goes down like that. My foot would never fit in that thing because my foot's not shaped that way. It's just not shaped that way. So, and finding shoes has always been a problem for me. I don't know what the fuck happened to me. God just fucked me in certain, I hate to say that, but it's true. Or genetics, I should say. I shouldn't blame God. I should blame genetics. Bad genetics between my teeth and my fucking feet. But she probably thinks her toe is a spiky dildo. Oh my God, that's so gross. But dude, that is, wow. I mean, yeah, sure, cool. Thank you for the memberships. Mine are at an angle from biggest to smallest in order. I thought everyone's toes. No, Susie, mine literally go like. Hold on. There's a whole thing, right, with foot shape and like I don't know. I think mine is called Grecian foot shape or something like that. I mean, there are there's all different toe shapes, but like, how does Laura find shoes? She's got to like find like a size like fucking 20 for just because of the one toe. And then, like, what happens with the rest of the space in there? I think it's called Grecian foot. Or something like that. Roman or something. Hold on, let's see. Foot shapes. Foot shapes. I think. And what they mean. Oh, here you go. Okay, ready? I don't know. I don't even know if any of this is true. Okay, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm just sharing with you what I know. Foot shapes. Let's see. Okay. So there's like all different foot shapes. Most people's, okay, so yeah. Mine's Roman. That's because I'm Italian. So yeah, apparently there's all different foot shapes. The normal foot shape that goes like this in a row. Hold on. Right? You got the ones that go down like that, which would be shaped for like a croc. And then you got the Roman foot, which is basically my shape foot, right? My toe. These two toes are bigger than this toe, just slightly. Just a little tiny bit. But they're the same size. They don't go down in size. My two middle toes are pretty much the same exact size. So I guess my feet are normal, right? And then you got the Greek foot where you got like one, I don't know, I guess extra long. I've never seen anybody with a foot like this where their middle one toe is just longer and then the rest go down. But mine are like this, the Roman foot, which makes sense, right? Given my heritage. But the weird thing is that nobody in my family's feet are like that. This is my foot. Holy shit, this actually looks like they fucking used my foot to make this. Like, it looks like exactly how my toes look. A Roman foot. That's exactly what my toe looks like. Personality test? Oh my God. Are you serious? Hold on. Share this tab instead. Yeah, see? I don't see her type on here, but I guess it would be, I don't know, the Egyptian foot. That's like what my son and my husband have. Perfect, like, toes like that. Like, they just go. I was, like, so happy my son didn't, inherit my feet. He has, like, cute little perfect toes. My husband has the nicest, like, man feet I've ever seen in my life. And I hate feet. Like, I think they're disgusting. But can you guys hear me? It said, all right, I don't know. It said the audio, but I'm not playing audio. My husband's toes are, like, perfect. Like, all of his nails are perfect. Like, I got all fucking problems with my nails. They're all, like, ingrown nails and shit. Because I, wore heels for, like, fucking 2 decades like an idiot and didn't wear flat shoes ever. Laura has CPS foot. But, like, yeah. His toes go down, like, perfectly in a row. My sons are like that, too. And I got these fucking whatever the fuck feet. Roman feet with 2 fucking long toes. Like, why? Why? This is kind of a weird look, though. 4 toes that are all the same size. That's fucking weird. I don't know, man. Everybody always used to, like, say my toes look so long. And I'm like, they are long. I can grab things. You know what's weird though? My son, he is like a monkey like me though, where like I could pick things up with my feet because my toes are so long. And my son's the same way. He could like pick things up with his toes. But he don't have the same toes as me. He has the cutest little feet. I love his feet. My son's feet are the only feet in the world that I would touch ever. I still rub his feet for him like he's like a baby. I don't know. I always like when he was a baby, I always just like rubbed his feet and I still do it. And he's like getting big. I probably should stop soon. But he's still like, we'll be driving in the car and he'll just like put his foot up near me. And I'm like, come here, you cute little foot. They smell, but I'll still touch them. They're so cute. Her toes grow when she lies. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I'm choking. Her toes grow when she lies. Boss, big toe. Dude, that is, yeah, though. That is an interesting shaped foot right there, Laura. She doesn't fit in any of these, I don't think. Baby feet are so freaking cute. I just love them. I just love them. I thought the rest of the toes were curled under. No, no, no. They're curled under. There's like one big long toe, and the rest of them are like hiding. They're like, no, we don't want to be near that one. That's called hammer toe. When your toe, it curls under like that, it's called a hammer toe. Hold on. My toes started doing that. Thankfully, they straightened out on their own. You could get like a device that, what do you call it? You could get a device, like some type of, I don't know, thing that straightens your foot out, your toes out. They sell them. But, what do you call it? What happens is, I don't know, your toes just like curl under. You have to go to an orthopedist because my toes were starting to do that because I was wearing heels all the time and my fucking toes were like jammed into the heel. I literally like just tortured myself for like 2 decades of my life just wearing heels every day. What a fucking idiot. I fucked my feet up so bad. You know what actually kind of scared me? Besides when I had Jesse, I just felt weird walking around with like heels on, pushing a stroller. I was like, I don't know. You ever see those women? They look like so desperate to me. Like, just give it up. Like you have a kid, wear flat heels, flat shoes. I mean, I'm not saying don't ever wear heels, but I'm just saying, like, like if you're just like running to the fucking daily errands and you're pushing a stroller around, it's like you're just trying too hard. Put your damn fucking sneakers on and get over yourself. That's how I felt, for me. But anyway, also, my grandmother had like a bunion, and I was so scared of getting one of those. Because, like, if you wear heels that much, you're going to get a bunion for sure. And I was like, oh, that's so ugly. Like, I don't ever want that. And I was starting to get one. Like, I was starting to get that, little bump right there where my, this part of your foot, whatever the fuck this is, the ball of your foot. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse. But anyway. Yeah, I was like, I don't need that shit, I mean, it's bad enough as it is. I don't need a fucking bunion on top of everything. Now, after I had Jesse, I didn't even own a pair of sneakers. I mean, I would bought like, what's that brand that they sell at like Marshalls? It's not even like Nike. I think I had one pair for like 5 years because I never wore them. It was like US Polo Association. Like I only bought them because I needed them for something, but like I would never fucking wear sneakers for years. I mean, I'm talking from like when I graduated high school up until I had Jesse because I still wore heels when I was pregnant. And then I was just like, I can't do this anymore, dude. It was so painful. And now I barely ever wear heels. I wear just, flat shoes all the time. And my feet, oh, they're thanking me. They're thinking me. And now you seriously have to like train yourself to like your foot to be able to walk in heels all the time, because now when I wear them, I'm in like so much pain because I'm not used to it. But when I was used to it, I could have fucking ran a marathon in heels. I was like, let's go. I mean, because my feet were just so used to being like that actually when I started wearing flat shoes, my feet hurt all the time because I think they were used to being like bent and like stretched out. I don't know. And I was like, oh, this is so painful. My heels hurt all the time. Because when you have heels on, all your pressure is on like the ball of your foot. And I wasn't used to having like that weight on my heels. Oh my God. But now, forget it. I can't even wear heels. It hurts when I wear them. And I just have no reason. During the summer, I'll put on like a pair of like slides, or not slides, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like a wedge, but like, it's hard. It's hard. It's a pain. With a foot like that, no wonder why she's angry. Well, it makes sense why she fucking drags her feet when she fucking walks all the time. I mean, if you had to lift that fucking toe up every time you took a step, damn, girl. Damn, Smokey. I got kegels when I was pregnant. I didn't get any, thank God, because I heard people say that their feet grew when they were pregnant and then like never went back down. And I was like, dude, I'm already a 9.5. I don't need my feet to grow. Thank God my feet did not grow. Just thank God. Because I was like, what am I gonna be a fucking 10 now? And I'm 5'4" with 9.5 feet. That's like, oh my God, no, I don't need that. I don't need that. You're a size 4, like in shoes? That's like a kid size. I wish. I have like my cousin, I think she like buys kid shoes, and my friend, and I'm like, fuck you guys, because I can't fit in kid shoes. They're like way cheaper too. A size 4, my God, I didn't even know they made shoes in a size 4. Natalie, you wear a 10. How tall are you? I'm short, so my feet shouldn't be that big. You're 5'6", but you're taller. I feel like that's normal. You're an 8. I was an 8 in like 5th grade. I wore a size 8. I remember my mom, because my mom was a 7, like 7.5. And when I was in 5th grade, she was like, oh my God, like you're already wearing bigger shoes. Like I was never able to share shoes with her because I was like a size 7 for like a month. And then my foot just grew and it was an 8.5 for a really long time. I would say up until I was in like high school. And then I don't know, after high school, I think my foot grew like another inch. And it's a 9.5. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That's how I feel, Natalie. I have big feet. You're an inch, so you're like me. You're an inch taller than me, and your foot's an inch bigger. Mine's a 9.5. I don't know. People always say, they're like, oh, it doesn't look like your foot's that big. And I'm like, it is. Because I'll always like look at sneakers and I'm like, oh, it looks so cute, you know? And then I'll put them on and I'm like, oh my God, this thing looks horrible on me. Horrible. In a size 9.5. I'm like, they're really cute on the shelf when they're 6, but when I put them on my feet, I'm like, ugh. I hate my feet. I hate all feet though. I think feet are so fucking gross. Like, I don't understand how people touch them. I don't understand how people suck on toes, which is fucking ugh, ugh, no, no, no. I don't understand how you could be a pedicurist who like touches feet for a living or a podiatrist. I'm like, ugh, ugh. I want to touch your fucking feet. They're gross. I don't want anybody touching my feet. Don't fucking touch my feet. Just don't, okay? Because I will fucking kick you. Don't do it. I actually prefer to go up a size in shoes. I'm a 5'7" and wear an 8, but I can fit in a 7.5 or a 9. Oh, really? Feet are fucking disgusting. Hey, JP. Came in at a great time. Feet. Favorite, Laura's toe donated some memberships here. She's gonna, like, lose her ever-loving fucking mind about it. What the fuck? My foot! She's gonna lose her fucking mind, dude. Lose it. Fucking lose it over a fucking toe picture. I can never do pedicures. There's no way you couldn't pay me to touch somebody's nasty feet. I watch this lady on here, which she's so helpful. Her name is the Meticulous Manicurist. It's fucking gross. Like, if you're not into this kind of shit, don't watch it. But her videos came up in my feed one day, and I was like, oh my God. She tells you how to fix all these different, like, toenail problems, and I have on my right foot, my one toenail, dude, like, the side of it was literally, like, curled underneath itself. And it grew in like that from, like, the base. So, like, it was folded in half on the side. And I refused to go to, like, a, doctor or anything. Because I'm like, they're going to cut my toenail out. Because everything you read online about ingrown toenails is like, oh, they got to cut your toenail out and, like, start over. And I'm like, nope, sorry. I'll deal with the pain. I'm not getting my fucking toenail cut off. So, I'm not doing it. So anyway, I watch this lady and she has like all these tools. So I went online. I got all the tools that she has. This like little. I never got a pedicure, so I don't know. Maybe they do this when you get a pedicure. They have like this little. It almost looks like the little picky thing that they use at the dentist, but it has like a little scooper at the end, and you scoop out. It's disgusting, but it like scoops out all like the dead skin and like shit that builds up under your nail. And I've been doing that. So like every time I do my toes, I soak my feet for like, you know, whatever. Or if I'm just clipping my toenails, I do the like scrapey thing and I get out all the buildup, and eventually the toe nail will start to like, grow out the right way. And it actually worked. It took like 2 years of me doing this, but my toe nail is finally starting to like correct itself and like grow out the right way. So I need a podiatrist, but I don't want to. I don't want to go. I don't want my toenails cut off. Like, I'm not sacrificing a toenail, so. Other than that, like, it's only like 3 toes. And then, like, almost all my toes have, like, if I let them grow too long, they have, like, a little, not ingrown toenail. They just kind of, like, pinch at the end, and then they hurt. But, like, they groove into the skin. But the one toenail is so bad. It's like horrible, but I'm fixing it. It's fixed. Like it's way better than it was last year, and it doesn't hurt anymore. So that's the good news. Cuz it was fucking painful, dude. I couldn't even like some nights the blanket would just rub against my toe the wrong way and I'd be like, "Oh my god." You just got this like shock through your whole entire body. You're like, "Fuck my toe." But it's honestly like I haven't had pain in a long time, so that's good. But I keep my toenails cut so short, dude. Like I don't. Ugh. You guys ever see those? Like it's so gross. I'm sorry, but if you do this, no offense, it's just not for me. Hold on, I'll see if I can find a picture so you guys know what I'm talking about. It's fucking weird. Hold on, extensions. Like there's like a new thing that people are doing, and I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Hold on. Oh, this. Oh, it's horrifying. All right, hold on. Not this. Okay, this is extreme, and people are not doing that. This is more realistic. Obviously, that's a joke, or maybe not. I don't know. But this is it. That they sell fake toenails that you could put on your nails, and I'm like, why on earth would you want your toenails first a little sharp on the corner like that? Because that is just asking for that shit to get snagged in the blankets. Burgundy Blue Christina. Burgundy Blue is a crazy fucking stalker, by the way. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Yes, they're fucking insane. Yeah, so they're like squared like this, and like people are going and getting their toenails purposely done like this. I was gifted a membership. Oh, you're welcome. That was probably Laura's toe that did that. But I'm like, oh no, this is like, nope, that's too long. You're gonna get stuck on the blankets. Ugh, your socks. Ugh, no. My toes need to be, the nail needs to be below the skin. Like this whole part would need to go. This whole pink area would have to go. Because, there's no fucking way. And I see so many videos of people doing their fucking toenails like this. And I'm like, you must just love getting your feet caught in your blankets. Because that's what's going to fucking happen. No, and I don't like the way it looks either. It looks like a long toenail. I don't know. I like my toenails super, super short. Like, below the skin short. Like, these are okay, I guess. No, those are too long. If they're sticking up above the skin, they're too long. Like these. I don't know. I'm like, I am not into this. Like, is this a thing? Look at these fucking things. Those are too long. Not these ones, but those are, they look too long. They're just like, what the fuck is this? Is this real? Could you actually walk like that? Ugh. That is so fucking gross. These aren't terrible, but they're fucking long. I love the little pictures they do with the feet on top of the feet. I was looking at like pedicure pictures the other day because I was like, oh, I was painting my nails, so I'm like, I don't know what I want to do with them. Ew! Look at these. Oh God, why am I looking at feet? They're so fucking ugly. I hate them. They're ew, ew. What the fuck? Yeah, no, no, that is not. No, no. Mm-mm. Sorry. This is more realistic. That looks like it's photoshopped. Hold on, let's see this one. Oh my God, dude. No. Mm-mm. I don't know. I don't mind the way the French manicure looks on the toes, but why is it so square on the end? Why would you want your toe sticking out on the corner like that? It's gonna get stuck. Like to me, this is normal toenails. That's what normal toenails look like. Painted. Or these. Perfect. That's like perfect toenails right there. Perfect. The other ones are fucking weird. When they're sticking off and they're fucking like a square and like a point. No. You're crazy. Like there's something wrong with you. Like you're psychotic. I wouldn't even be able to like go to bed at night because I'd be like my toenails are gonna get stuck on the blankets and I just don't need that. I just don't need that. I'd die if someone walks into my office and sees all these feet. Oh, they're like, what the fuck are you looking at? Oh my God. All right, enough feet. Yeah, baby feet are the only feet that are cute. Adult feet are fucking gross. I'm sorry, they're just disgusting. And if they have hairy toes, they're even more disgusting. Ugh. Ugh. Look at that one with the red nail polish. Anyone that has like long nails, I'm just like, ugh. Don't no one want a woman werewolf. No. No, 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 no. Mm-mm-mm. My baby toe looks like a black-eyed pea. My baby toenail always reminds me of... I had a parakeet when I was a kid, and it reminds me of his beak. Because it always gets like a... It's like curled in, and it like gets like a little point at the end. I have like the weirdest baby toenail in the world. Like it doesn't even look like a normal nail. I don't know. It's always been like that though my whole life. It always like looks like a triangle. Like, and it used to remind me of my bird's beak. I do my own pedicures though. I soak my feet, I scrub them, I cut the cuticles, I do the whole, you know, with the drill and everything, pick all the shit out because I'm like, I'm not, I just, first of all, I don't even think I could sit still that long to do a pedicure, like in a chair, but I don't want anybody touching my feet. I do my nails myself and my toenails. I just, even when I'm doing my nails, I'm like outside filing them. I'm like walking around the house while I'm filing and shaping them because I can't just sit still. It's a problem. It's just a problem that I have. Soak mine with a little coconut oil before I do them. Never once had a nail problem. What do you mean? Hold on, I can't see Natalie's comment. Keep your ingrown toenails kept up. I do. I cut them whenever they, you know, I try to keep my nails cut pretty short on my toes. I mean, once I start feeling like the slightest little hint of pain, I start, you know, cutting them. It's a pain in the ass. They're not ingrown. They're like pinched in. I wouldn't say ingrown because that like indicates that it goes back into the skin, and that's not what mine really do. It's just like once they get a certain length, they start hurting at the ends. I can't explain it. And they kind of like curl in a little bit, and I guess that's why it hurts. It kind of grows into the, I guess it's an ingrown. I don't know. The lady I watched, she has like all different names. She's like, this is a trumpet nail. This is a fucking, which I have happening to one of my toenails. It like grows on an angle. But, I don't know. Pincer nail, whatever, which is probably what I have on my baby toe. Fuck, feet are just so annoying. Fuck feet. Oh my God, I would never. No, it's not weird, Jules. I think a lot of people enjoy having their feet rubbed, but I just like, I, I don't want anybody touching my feet. Like, I wouldn't even let my husband touch my feet. Like, just don't touch my feet, dude. Don't. I don't even like touching my own fucking feet. I used to get pedicures, but I'm way too ticklish. I think that's my problem too. I think I'd be like, oh, like all sensitive. What do they call a pinky toenail? It's almost non-existent because that's what I'm working with. I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like a lot of people have that though. I add a little to the foot soak water. I can't deal with dusty, crusty feet. No, me neither. I scrub the shit out of them and um, you know, go through the whole thing. I just did my toes the other day because I let them during the winter. I don't put any polish on them, and I just let them go natural, au natural. But it's been nice out, and I'm like, it's Memorial Day. I got to do my toes. So I sat there. It took me like 2 hours to do my feet between, freaking scrubbing them down, cutting my nails, and all that other shit that I had to do. I take the drill, I sand off all the fucking, dead skin and all this shit. I'm very lucky though. I don't get, like, some people get those, like, really dry, cracked heels. I don't get that, thank God. I do have this though, and I want to try it. Has anybody ever tried this? Hold on. It's been sitting in here for the longest time. It's called, hold on. I'm so scared to do this. It's called Baby Foot Exfoliation Peel. It's probably not even good anymore because I've had it for so many years. Oh yeah, look at that. It says expired. Maybe I should throw this out. But I mean, I could get another one. So it's like this like sock thing that you put on your feet, right? And it like is supposed to like peel the shit out of your feet. And then it shows in the pictures like after week 1, after week 2, and I don't know. I'm scared to do it because I'm like, my feet are going to be all flaking. That's so gross. But I heard they were cool. I'm like, I don't know if I should do it or not. I think you should do that during the winter, though, no? Like, you don't want to do it during the summer and have, like, peely, ugly feet during the summer. Or is it... My question is it that severe that they have it on the box? It looks like the lady's, like, fucking 20 layers of her skin is coming off. Like, so I'm like, that's why I've been hesitant to do it, because I'm kind of scared. I don't want to walk around with like super peely looking feet. Like, people are going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I don't want to do it during the summer because I'm like, my feet are going to be out. But then during the winter, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't want, peeling skin in my shoes. That's gross. So I don't know what to do. Can I interest anyone in buying exploding candles? Oops, wrong chat. She's gonna get so fucking mad. Thank you for the super chat, though. She's gonna lose her fucking mind. Lose her fucking mind. I got my son a massager and a foot bath for Christmas. He's a personal shopper. Dude, I want to be a personal shopper. How do I get that job? My question is, when do you do the foot peel? Obviously, I need to buy a new one because that one's expired, but I bought it with all intentions of doing it. And then I just like, I'm like, when do you do this? Like, when is the proper time to do it? Oh my God. I did that once. Wait, why? Did your candle really explode? I know everybody says their candles explode, but yeah, in the winter. Okay. But did anybody really have an experience where they, like, the candle actually fucking, like, blew up? Because that's not good. Laura's a woodworker now, though, so maybe she'll start selling her woodworking projects. She's gonna get into woodworking. She's so fucked up, though. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. She posted this fucking video the other day, and I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? It was this little boy, okay, who had, obviously, I don't know, I can't diagnose the kid, but you can visually see that there's something different about the kid, right? He was born, I'm gonna assume he's a little person. Okay, so obviously he looks different from his peers. And she writes this thing about, next time you're gonna bully somebody online, think of this little boy. And then so you go to the video, and it's this, I think, adorable little boy, and he's crying and he's saying he wants to kill himself. And he's like 9 years old, and it's so sad, it just pulls at your heartstrings because you're like, oh my God, like, he's so cute. And you could just imagine what fucking little asshole kids are saying to him. Because, like, kids are fucking assholes. They're mean at that age. But I'm like, I don't like anybody on here. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not. How are we comparing this to a 9-year-old boy who was born with, a condition, right, that makes him appear different from his peers? So it's something that he can't help. Who's being, you have to go to school. You can't not go to school, right? I mean, yeah, you could be homeschooled and shit, but like, he wants to go to school and just be a normal kid. How the fuck are you comparing that with not even just yourself, but anybody that's online? That's a grown ass fucking adult who's, just coming up here and acting like a fucking goddamn fool. Because most of the time, the people that think they're being, oh, I'm being bullied by all these people like Laura, because we know that was about her. She could sit there and be like, oh, it wasn't about me. It was, geared towards Bullhorn Betty or whatever, Brittany J or whoever. No, Laura, you were putting that up there for yourself because you feel like you've been bullied on this platform, right? You definitely feel like you're a victim of bullying. And it's like, you're a grown ass woman, okay? And this goes for Brittany J, who I don't even watch, or any of these fucking people, whoever it is, okay? You are a grown ass fucking adult who is making a conscious choice to come up on this platform, put yourself on the fucking platform, and act a fucking fool. Say crazy shit, the crazy shit that comes out of her mouth that people get offended by. You have to know at this point in time that it's going to piss people off. You do it intentionally to piss people off, right? And then when people call it out, which they're going to do, this is why I say she does this shit on purpose. That's not bullying, dude. That's not bullying. That's not the same as this little boy being picked on because he looks different from his peers. That's totally different. And you're talking about children, bullying children who don't fucking know better. They don't have the mental capacity to understand that they're, hurting somebody else's feelings, okay? It's not bullying. What people are doing to you is not fucking bullying. Dude, you could very easily change your circumstances, get the fuck off this app, change your behavior. Like, you have options. That little boy, he has no options. He can't change the way he looks. That's how he was born. That's how God made him. And that's it. You have options. You could change the way you act on here. And people would be, if you were just minding your business and, Laura's over there, doing her knitting show or her fucking candle making fucking channel like she said she was gonna do, right? Crime and candles and fucking crickets and all these other things that she was gonna do, and then people were over there picking on you, then I would be like, okay, you're kind of being picked on and bullied a little bit. But that's not what's going on, dude. Like, you actively, willingly participate in a drama community, dude, where you talk shit about other humans. You do the same thing that you cry about happening to you. You do the same fucking thing to other people. You talk... Just the other night, you go live about the Glera, dude. You go live. You went into... She antagonized the Glera. She says she doesn't start shit with people, but she does because she made 4 troll accounts, she said. She said she went in there, right, with 4 different troll accounts, and they must have been blocked. Okay, so that means that she's been in there 4 other fucking times trying to fucking troll this guy just to antagonize him, to get him pissed off, okay? So she's out there just actively seeking trouble, right? She goes into his chat, then she makes a 5th troll account, and this is of her own admission on her fucking live stream. So she, under her own admission, she goes in there and she fucking finally gets this 5th account. And I didn't watch her stream long enough to know what happened or how he reacted to the account. She thought it was like genius though. She was like, oh, he's going off. And I find it really funny because she kept saying at the beginning of the live, she was like, oh, I went in there with, 4 accounts and he didn't see me or I was blocked or whatever. So then I went in with this 5th account that was named Laura's Engaged to Bad Wolf or some shit like that. Okay. Which I'm like, I think you secretly fucking want that shit. Right. And he was going off about Mandolin. And Laura kept saying, oh, Mandolin's not in the chat. Mandolin's not in the chat. Mandolin's not in the chat. She wasn't in the chat. And I'm like, well, how do you know that? Because if she has you blocked or you have her blocked, you're not going to see her. But I know that there's a Mandolin troll going around right now because I believe Manda had posted the other day that there was a Mandolin troll on her fucking, in somebody's chat somewhere, okay? And I'm like, that's weird. Laura's so insistent that this Manda wasn't in the chat. Like, she knew this for a fact. But there's a Mandolin troll. So, and Wog was going off on Manda, right? Do you think that maybe Laura, one of the 4 accounts that she went in before, was the Mandolin a troll account? Because it's kind of weird. He was going off on Manda and she wasn't in the chat, Laura kept saying. I don't know what would have set him off going fucking off on Amanda for no reason, but just saying, kind of weird, right? You're in there trolling him, trying to aggravate him. This Manda troll account comes in. Well, Laura said there was no Manda. She kept insisting that there was no Manda account in there. So whatever the Manda account said to Wog, it got him pissed off, and he started going off on Mandolin. And Laura just kept saying over and over again, oh, there was no Manda in there. There was no Manda. Like, she was, like, so sure. But I'm like, how could you be sure? Because if she has you blocked, then you wouldn't even know she was in there. Because you wouldn't see her. So how could you be so sure that she wasn't in there? But I'm, like, thinking back to the beginning of the stream where she said she went in there with 4 other troll accounts. And I'm like, you went in there to antagonize the guy. He's drunk. Which I find kind of, like, psychotic, right? Because you know that the guy is drunk already. You went in there just to antagonize. You wanted him to leave you alone so bad. This is Laura, okay? Remember? Wogs is stalking me. He's in love with me. He's obsessed with me. He's such a stalker. But then she goes in there to antagonize him. She purposely goes in there to antagonize the man and get him fucking... While he's drunk, she goes in there to antagonize him. Like, does that sound like normal behavior to you? You know, and then she wonders why. So now when Wog starts making a million fucking videos about her, fucking bad wolf, don't fucking cry about it, dude. Because you purposely went in there to antagonize the guy. You literally sought him out and went out there to antagonize him. So don't cry when he comes after you now. Oh, bad wolf's a fucking tool bag. But anyway, do you know what I'm saying? And the best part about it was she goes like this in the beginning. She's like, oh... I saw right through Wog, and I headed for the hills. I saw he was a narcissist, and I headed for the hills. And I'm like, that's not how it went down, girl. That's not how it went down. Nope. That's not even close to how it went down. How it went down was you got very upset because Wog talked to Stephanie Brown. Yeah, that's what happened. You didn't see he was a narcissist and run for the hills. You got dissed on a live stream where he basically in front of everybody kind of like let you know he wasn't into you like that. And yeah, that's how that went down. She does love douchebags, Laura. She does. Bad Wolf's a fucking loser. Once he got on her panel, I was like, bye. I don't want to hear this guy. I don't fucking care what that guy has to say, but I was like, I'm out. So yeah, so that's how that went down. But I'm like, you're going and antagonizing somebody, right? Like, and then you sit around and you wonder why people get, pissed off. And then you like brag about it on a live stream. Like you went in there intentionally to troll him, to fuck with him, to get him inflamed, knowing that he's drunk, knowing that he's gonna, he's not acting right. And then and she doesn't understand that because I don't know if it was Janelle or Jules, if you did it, somebody made a post about it. And she's like, oh, it's not bullying. And I'm like, well, it kind of is, dude. I mean, it's not bullying, but you're antagonizing somebody, dude. He says the grossest things. He's disgusting. He's horrible. But and you're right. But, right, why are you going in there to antagonize him knowing that he has a problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going in there and you're getting enjoyment out of inflaming this guy and firing him up. Like, you're purposely going in there to do that. Like, for no reason. He hasn't I don't watch Wog, but I don't think he's been talking about Laura. I don't think he's been bothering her. And he's a fucking asshole. He says really fucked up things when he's drinking, so I wouldn't go in there and antagonize him because, like, to me, when that guy's like that, to me, it's very sad. It's like, I feel bad for the guy. I'm like, dude, you know what I'm saying? He's got a fucking problem, dude. It's bad. I know he, like, tried getting help a few times and, whatever else. But, like, you claim that this guy was harassing you and stalking you and obsessing with you. And then you go live and you admit to going in his chat and antagonizing him. Why? Why would you? Were you that fucking bored? Because I'll tell you right now, I would never get that bored to just be like, you know what, I'm just going to go fuck with somebody. Especially somebody who, I say it was stalking me. I'm going to go in there and just purposely, and then now he doesn't talk about me anymore. You know, he hasn't talked about me in a year. Oh, this person's talking to me, haven't talked about me in an entire year. You know what? Let me go antagonize them. That makes sense. I mean, if he was actively talking about Laura, then I'd be like, okay, she went in there and she fucked with him. But I don't think that's happening. I think that she called him a stalker for the longest time. I don't think he talks about her anymore. And then, like, here you are a year later, right? And you go back to antagonize your stalker. Like, make that one make sense, Laura. Make it make sense. Like, okay. Oh, my God. She really is. But she's always doing that. And then I heard her going off. It was the funniest shit. Because I don't know if it was the same live stream, but somebody made a comment in my chat the other day. I think it was the #1 fan channel. And they were like, you know, something about Laura calling CPS on Brittany J. Now, I don't think that, but I read their comment on my screen. And I was like, you know, I'm like, look, Laura just wants to be part of that community somehow. I didn't mean like she, well, I what I said was she wants to be part of the, you know, Brittany J, that whole community, Queen Bee, all that shit. She can't be accepted as a friend part of it, okay? So she wants to be a part of it in the sense where, like, she wants to make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? She wants the viewership off of it. Not that she necessarily wants to be in the community, but she kind of does. She wants to be relevant. She wants those people to, you know, engage with her in some way, whether it's fucking talking like friends, which obviously is never going to work out. So she always goes the opposite route because she always fucks the friendship up. So the other way she's going to go about it is to continually just keep talking about, you know, the people involved in the community in hopes that one of them will react to her, you know, and then it'll give her a fucking views because we know she's fucking hard up. Not everyone understands people saying your name doesn't make you relevant. It makes you the butt of jokes. Yeah. So, right. She's like desperate for attention. Okay. She needs people in her chat, whatever. You know, Laura, she still wants to make it as a YouTuber in some way, shape, or form. And it's quick, easy money for her. So that's what I meant, and that's what I said, and she like bugged the fuck out. It was so funny. Fuck you, Mega Monster. That's what you want. And I'm like, really? Because like, do you see me like actively talking about these people every time I'm fucking live? I don't care. I don't like pay attention to their community. I don't watch their lives. Every time Laura's live, she's like, oh, yeah, I was like, you know, clipping my toenails the other day, and there was nothing on, so I turned on Queen Bee. You know, there's always some story. Oh, I was, you know, I was grocery shopping the other day and, you know, there was nothing on. I needed something to listen to. And so I turned on Queen Bee. Like, there's always, like, some story of, like, what she's doing. And then, like, she had to turn on Queen Bee during that time because there was nothing else on. You know, that she couldn't, out of all the millions and millions of videos on YouTube, she couldn't find anything besides Queen Bee, right? I don't watch them. Like, I don't watch their fucking channels, these people. I don't. I can't. I don't. But no offense to you if you like them. Like, it's just not my thing. You know? I can't sit there for that length of time and listen to all those people on the fucking panels and shit. No thanks. I can't follow the drama. I don't know what the fuck is going on there except for what I hear other people talking about. Like, honestly. It's just not my thing. But she's like, that's you! And I'm like, really? Like, because I don't participate in that channel, in that community in any way. Do you see me in any of those people's chats? You know, I mean, do you see me going up on their panels? Do you see me interacting with any of those fucking people in any way, shape, or form, or talking about them? Like, the only time I mention them is because I'm reviewing her shit and she's talking about them. Otherwise, I don't fucking watch those people. I don't watch them. Or if somebody in my chat brings up something, I don't really like, I don't know enough to talk about any of those people or what's going on in their fucking community. she's like, oh, that's you. She's like bugging out. I was like, dude, you need to chill the fuck out, Laura. Holy shit. Like, she got so mad because, like, I'm so right, you know? I am. I'm sorry. It's the truth. She wants to be part of that shit in some way, shape, or form. If you didn't, why the fuck are you watching them and talking about them all the time? What else am I supposed to think? You know, I mean, look at your fucking titles on your videos. You have Queen Bee tagged. You have Jonesin tagged. You have fucking Brittany J's name in the title. Barbecue, whatever, fucking guy, lady, whatever the fuck her name is. I don't even know what the fuck barbecue lady looks like or sounds like. I don't watch these fucking people. I have no fucking idea. As soon as if I hear Laura talking about them, I'm like, bloop, bye. I'm like, I can't, I don't even want to listen to anything about these people. I don't fucking care about them. No offense to them. I just don't fucking care. Just don't care. She goes on a video. She just, like, you have to follow it to talk about it. You know, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what's going on there. What's this woodworking about? I don't know, girl. Laura, what is it about? It's about ways that Laura could waste money to not actually fucking improve her business in any way. That's what it's about. She's like, I know what it is. It's the shelves that I have. That's why I'm not selling candles at these craft fairs, you know? It's the shelves. It has to be. It can't be the candles. It can't be my labels. It has to be the shelves, you know? It's just another waste of fucking money for her to, delude herself into, why is my candle business not taking off? I don't know. I don't know how else to fucking, I don't know how else to say it. Oh, Mama Bear, that shit was crazy. Is it over? Yeah, it's 5:30. They better be out of court by now. I couldn't believe that guy. Yeah. I talked about it earlier in the stream. The guy that's lying about his fucking, education and all that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Another CPS threat. Oh, who'd she threat this time? She threatened another person? Good God. Good God. Who is she threatening now? She did not change. Well, yesterday, it's really funny because I heard was it on that, the number one fan channel? No, or did I hear it in her stream? I don't remember. She's saying that she changed. She didn't change. The only thing that changed about her is that she would not call CPS again, but otherwise she has stayed the same. So I'm like, dude, for the last like 5 months, you've been trying to convince everybody that you've like changed, and now you're telling us you didn't change. But the only way you changed is that you wouldn't call CPS again. That's the only change you've made. Like, that's such a weird thing to say anyway. Oh, yeah, that's right. Wispy's grandchildren. That's such a weird thing to say anyway. You're like, no, I haven't changed. The only thing I've changed is that I'm not going to call CPS again. Like, that makes it sound like you had a problem, like a previous problem with like calling CPS on people, which you do, but it sounds like it's a more chronic problem than, like, oh, I did it once, it's like, yeah, she's threatening somebody weekly. I would think selling candles at a craft fair wouldn't be easy unless you have something very unique. That's what I would think. Unless you're going in there with like, I see these people making these, really like cool, I don't know, they look like fucking cakes and shit with teddy bears on them, which kind of doesn't make sense because I'm like, who puts teddy bears on cakes? I guess. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Like those like artisan, handcrafted candles, or these people make these like flower bouquet things, or you know what I'm saying? Something that's like truly unique looking. But just selling like a regular candle in a plain, black vessel, like that looks like something you could pick up at Walmart, for $5. It's probably it is probably hard to sell at a crash show. I don't think people are spending money, and plus on top of that, I mean, I don't know if she takes like credit cards and shit, cause like, or Venmo, cause who the fuck is carrying cash anymore? Not me. Instead of downsizing, she's adding more inane crap. Yeah, yeah. Shelves, like, I mean, look, congratulations, you made shelves. Those are gonna topple over as soon as somebody bumps your table, dude. They're too tall and too they're too tall and too thin, and they're just gonna go right over. But find that out the hard way. You need something a little bit more sturdy for being outdoors on those like shitty fucking folding tables, because you like bump those tables and those things are going to fuck down unless you like glue them to the table. Those things are gonna go down unless I don't know where she plans on putting those, but I was like, I'm like, all right, good luck with those. I can't see them standing up. So you're gonna need to put something behind it to support it. It's just kind of common sense. They're top heavy, and something that tall is just gonna go, you know, unless you're like putting it up against a wall or something, then it'll maybe be better. But if it's freestanding on its own, it's just too tall. It's just gonna go fucking right the fuck down like a fucking ton of bricks. And it's just like kind of common sense, no? I just finished making a stair cabinet and didn't feel the need to announce that I'm popped a builder. She's like, I've been studying woodworking. I'm like, what, dude? You cut wood and put it together, Laura. You're studying woodworking. Like, she's been going to workshops and shit, you know? Studying woodworking. She's got like stacks of books from the library. I'm like, how much money are you spending on all these woodworking tools for what, dude? What? What is gonna, you know? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying don't, you know, obviously you need to like display your shit, but like, oh, maybe that's why. Maybe she needs to hide behind them. I mean, look, good job. You know, it's not easy to do that, but I'm like, you know, those are just so tall that they're just, I can't see them like balancing without falling over. If they're going to sit on a table, they're just going to, boom, go right the fuck down. Because, I mean, that's why they sell, when you go, like, they have, like, those tiered shelves or, like, short ones to put on a table like that, because anything that tall is just going to topple over if somebody bumps your table, and your table is going to get bumped because there's kids running around, kids hanging on everything. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get bumped and all your shit is going to come pouring out, but don't listen to me. For somebody who says she had cancer, you can't have Ozempic. Really? Dude, I don't know. She just likes to spend money, I guess. She needs to expand the empire. I'm like, all right. I give her credit for trying. Like, that's definitely, you know, a lot of people wouldn't even attempt it. So, no, I'm not knocking her for trying. She's trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to try different things. I get it. But I'm looking at those and I'm like, oh, yeah, those are probably just going to fucking fall over. They're just too tall. You might have to, like, lean them against your table or something because they're too tall to sustain themselves by themselves. You need like a wider base so that it doesn't wobble over. Spending money that you don't have to is not smart. No. Like, I ordered stuff to get for if I do fairs, but I didn't pay for any of it. Like, if I had to pay for it, I wouldn't have gotten it. Because I was like, I had all intentions, and I'm like, you know what? While it's free, I ordered stuff to do them, but I wouldn't pay. I'm not going to spend it unless I start doing the fairs. But it's such a pain in the ass to get into these fucking fairs around here. And then I'm like, ugh, you know, like, I might want to do it. But then I'm like, yeah, that's going to fucking, like, you know, 2 Saturdays from now, I might not feel like it. Like, I might wake up that day and be like, ugh, I got to sit outside. Because a lot of these people, they want you to pay before you go, and I'm like, oh, that means I have to commit, like, which you should do anyway, but I'm just saying. I'm like, I don't know. I thought Ozempic was for people who have diabetes. Well, it is, but their off-label use is for people who want to lose weight. I mean, they're selling it, you know, to people, and now there's all these like off label, you know, I don't know, there's all these concoctions that are basically, you know, the same thing that they're making. All different companies are making it, you know, different labels and shit like that. So people are using it for weight loss. And I think she's on some type of compound or some shit that, you know, I'm just like, you went through all that trouble of traveling to get that surgery. What was that? What year was that? 2021? And here we are, 21, 22, 23, 24. 4 years later, you're already like having to pay more. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Look, I'm not saying losing weight, especially the older you get, is very hard to do, you know? And and I can understand if you were so overweight that you know, just, you tried everything. Like my mom went through it. I watched my mom go through it. She was, she was always heavy. She was yo-yo dieted my whole entire life since since I could remember. But when she got her kidney transplant, and she was on steroids, and you have all these other factors now working against you, plus age, right? It just became harder and harder for her to lose weight. And they said at one point she was a candidate for that surgery, but she was terrified to get it. But like, I don't, she probably wouldn't have done it with Ozempic, but I watched her like literally try everything to lose weight, and there was times where she just couldn't, because of she's on medications that are making her gain weight, and it was like hard. So in a situation like that, I could see where somebody gets so desperate that they, go get the surgery or whatever. But I think, for some people, they just want a quick, easy fix because they don't want to, give up the things they love, which I know is very hard to do because I myself can't do it. There's just like, I'm sorry, I can't give bread up. I know if I want to lose 10 pounds, I could, cut all the carbs out and lose 10 pounds, but I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to give up my shit. But I also don't feel like I need to lose weight that badly. I do a little bit, but not like that badly. But you know what I'm saying? So, she she wants everything the easy way, but you're spending I guess for me is like I would rather try doing it, giving up things and like exercising first, walking, riding a bike, whatever. And then if I was that desperate, paying all that money, because I'm like, could you imagine paying like hundreds of dollars a month for some medication just to drop a couple of pounds? Like, that's crazy to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That is crazy to me. I could think of so many better things to spend hundreds of dollars a month on than a fucking medication to help me lose maybe like 4 or 5 pounds a month. Like, I'm sorry. It's not worth it to me. I don't know how much, weight you're supposed to lose on that shit because I don't take it. But I heard sometimes karma makes you gain weight when you're a horrible human. That could happen. But the hundreds of dollars that she's spending a month on whatever it is that she's taking, I don't know the name of it, is fucking crazy to me. Fucking crazy. Especially when you're like, oh, I'm broke and I can't pay my bills and da 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 da, and all this other shit. And it's like, dude, you're spending hundreds of dollars for what, or whatever it is, whatever. However often she gets the medication. I don't know how often she gets it, but or how often you would get that shit. I know I watched a whole video about it. What's her name was doing? Semaglutide, it's called. Plunder did a whole video about it. But like, Plunder is making shit tons of money probably from YouTube where she could afford, to pay for that medication. But when you're broke and you're not really making that type of money, like, why are you spending that on, when you could try other things? Have you tried other things? I don't know. Ozempic is a quick fix. Then what? You get off it. Yeah, exactly. To gain it again. I feel like you have to, diet and exercise obviously is always going to be the best way. It's going to be the slowest way and the hardest way, but, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't even think she's that heavy where she needs to be on that shit, where she's that overweight. And so to me, it's really just a waste of money, especially after you went and spent thousands of dollars on the surgery that was supposed to, make you lose weight. At some point in time, you just kind of have to accept, like, this is my body, this is what God gave me, just like I'm kind of doing now. Like, this is what God gave me. Like, I know it sucks, but I mean, my kid right now is more important. That's why I'd rather spend money on my son. I had my time in my life where I spent all my money on myself, bought stupid shit, got expensive car that I didn't fucking need, that I wasted fucking so much money on. And now I'm a parent and my money should go towards my kid. That's where my money should, that's, I'm last on the list, basically, of things here. So I'm the last one. I put myself on the back burner. It is what it is. All right, I have, probably 15 pounds that I could lose. Whatever. Check your hormones, eat well, move your body. They say nothing worthwhile is easy. Exactly. I need things fixed too on myself. I just don't, I don't have the money right now. And it's fine, I'm okay with myself. There's obviously things I want to fix, but it is what it is right now. And I'm not saying you shouldn't want to fix yourself, obviously, if but to spend that amount of money when you really don't have it is kind of crazy, dude. Kind of crazy. Putting yourself in debt for, weight loss medication is kind of stupid. Sorry, but it is. Being on Ozempic when you don't need it is extremely stupid. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know too much about it because I never looked into it, but like, I don't know how safe it is for, for you to be taking that long term or whatever. I just know I wouldn't do it. I joined a gym and changing my diet. I just need to start walking. That's what I need to do. I just need to start walking. I don't eat that much, so I don't know. I'm like, I don't even know how I fucking gain weight because I'm not like a big eater. I probably because I don't eat the best when I do eat, but I could definitely afford to lose about 10 to 15 pounds and go down a size. One size. My pants are a little snug, but I feel like that happens every winter, because you're kind of just like sitting around, and then, once the summer comes and you're outdoors more and you're doing more activities, you drop the weight a little bit faster. So, so yeah. Plus, they say once people get off it, oh yeah, once you stop taking that shit, your body is gonna stop, what does it do? It slows down your production of insulin, right? So yeah, it's just like when all these people did everybody I know that did those low carb Atkins diets, that were like all the fads, in the early 2000s or 2010s, all those people gained lost a shit ton of weight, and then as soon as they stopped eating like that, their fucking weight went back like that, and they blew up. So when you go on those like extreme fad diets like that and do those types of things where it's kind of like changing the way your body, chemistry works, you're unless you stay doing that, the minute go back to whatever normal is, it's just you're gonna blow up because your body's like gonna forget how to produce whatever it is, and then it's gonna or process whatever it is, right? And then it's just gonna go crazy. You're throwing things out of balance, basically. Like when you're not eating any carbs, your body gets all fucked up, doesn't know how to process without, carbs once you start eating them again. So it's not good. Yeah, menopause is an asshole. It's not fair. That's probably why I'm fucking gaining weight. My big fat ass. You need to change your lifestyle and habits if you want long-term results. That's the thing. You have to, right. You have to, it has to just be a constant thing, which is, it's going to be the slowest thing, but it's going to be the, easiest thing. It's if you just change, my mom did Weight Watchers for years and it really does work. If you stick to their diet, it works. But I don't know how how it is now, but they had the point system back then. I'm not sure, like what their, I'm not sure what their, system is now. They might have changed it because they have changed it so many times over the years. They were, I remember in the 80s, I don't know, they sold like these big cups and you drank a lot of water. That was, one of the things. But my mom was on Weight Watchers for pretty much my whole entire life. I think she honestly just went there to socialize with people, and they like, it's almost like a it's almost like what do you call that shit? Like when people go to like drug meetings just to like meet other people so they could get drugs. I think that's what Weight Watchers was for my mom. I think she used to just go there and fucking get recipes from shit from people. I don't know. But no, I'm joking. I don't know if that's why she went there. I think she did. I think it was a little bit of a social like aspect to it, talking to other women. They go get weighed in every week. She went out with her friend. It was a social thing for her too. But she did the last, program that they had was you count the points and everything like that, throughout the day. And she did that. And I gotta tell you, I used to eat a lot of the food because I lived at home still. And she used to make a lot of the food that she made was really fucking good, dude. Like you wouldn't even feel like, oh, I'm eating, healthy bullshit food. It was like, it was really good food. She made really good food. So, and my mom loved cooking and she loved food. So, it was a good thing for her, like to find all these good Weight Watchers recipes and everything. That still tasted really good. It's not like you were eating like bland, boring like meat and potato shit. Like you're like everything she made to me didn't taste like you were eating diet food. I didn't eat a lot of it because like some of it was like fish, and I don't eat fish and shit. But in chicken, there was a lot of chicken, protein based things like that. But you know, even like some of the pasta dishes that she made and stuff like that, the breakfasts that she made, like everything to me looked like really good food. You know, water's definitely the yeah, water's definitely good for you. But I mean, they make some. I thought the food was great on the Weight Watchers diet. I feel like I did it with her because she used to. I used to eat a lot of the food with her all the time. I was probably definitely in better shape when I lived with my mom because she made good food. Now I don't really eat that great when I'm left to my own devices. I hate fucking. I just hate the whole process of cooking and food and everything. Ah. But yeah, no, she made a lot of good shit. And she lost weight. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate that for the $5 super sticker. I feel like, she made decent stuff and she lost weight. It was always like in the beginning when she would start up again, she would lose like 5 pounds in a week or 3 pounds in a week, whatever. And then, then she started would get discouraged. And it happened every single time. Once she got down to like, oh, I only lost a half a pound this week, or I only lost this, which is probably more likely just water weight. So you're really not losing anything, or gaining. And I always used to try to tell her, Mom, you're not gaining, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Don't get discouraged that you didn't lose. You didn't gain either, which is great, so you're maintaining a weight. Maybe that's just the weight that you're meant to be, and that's fine. Who cares? I always told her, I always used to sing to her and go, I love you just the way you are. Because she used to get like all down on herself. So I used to always tell her, because I was like, I don't care what you look like. You could be 900 pounds. I'm still going to love you. You're still going to be my mom. But she used to get down. It was hard though. I used to feel so bad, because I never had to do that. So I don't know what it's like. But I feel like I went through it with her because she was always up and down dieting with her weight and everything. And I always used to look at her and be like, dude, who cares? Like, you're not even like, I don't know. I don't know why she used to worry so much about it. She used to worry about it. But I don't know. Some people get like that. They're just very, conscious of their weight, I guess. I just felt bad because I knew a lot of the problem was that she couldn't, uh, she had so many factors, working against her. Just being on steroids, they blow you up, they make you gain weight, they make you hungry, so you're eating more. And it's like, oh my God, like you're working against that's the hardest thing to work against. You're even Snoop, when Snoop was on prednisone, fucking ate like an animal. It makes you hungry. So it's like, and she had to be on it for her whole life, after she got her kidney transplant. And that shit'll just fuck you up. It's great. Thank God they have them because it helps save lives. But I'm just saying, it's also, it's hard too. You're hungry, So, uh, anyway, she's impulsive with everything. She's not smart with money, that's for sure. No, I don't think she makes very wise investments. But, I mean, you have to try things. So I can't say, but come on, dude. She spends a lot of money on a lot of things that I don't think are helping her in the way she thinks that they are. You know, I eat a little often. Well, that's what they say though, is that you're supposed to eat small amounts, right, throughout the day of food. And instead of like a lot of people do like 3 big meals a day, they're saying break it up. You break it up into like 5 smaller meals. It kind of keeps your metabolism going all day. If you eat a little tiny bit in the morning, then like midday you have a little snack, between lunch and breakfast. Then you have like another little thing for lunch and you keep eating. It's supposed to keep your metabolism. That's probably my problem, is that I don't eat. I eat like twice a day. I'll have like something like midday, and then I eat dinner, and then that's it. I really don't eat that much more throughout the day. I might like snack on little things here and there, like have a bag of chips, but I'm not like eating all day. I've been making a lot of Mediterranean salads with couscous or pasta. I love feta cheese. Oh my God, do I love feta cheese. I'm like so mad. There was 2 places around here that I used to get Greek salads from, and I'm telling you, they were the best fucking Greek salads. Like, oh my God, not even like I can't even explain. Like, if you ever had like the Greek salad from like Panera, okay, because that's the only one I could think of that like everybody here might have tried at some point. That is not even a fucking Greek salad. This shit was a Greek salad. It was so good. Oh my god. The lettuce was just like smothered in like, I don't know, whatever type of dressing they used. The feta cheese was so fresh. It wasn't that like dry, crumbly shit that they put on Panera salads. It was like a wet, like nice, just good feta cheese. And the dressing was just so good. And the pizza place went out of business because they knocked down the building that it was in. They're building all new stuff there. So it was my friend's, actually. My friend's family owned it when I was young. And then the diner's been gone for a long time. All of our diners are closing, dude. When we were young, the diner was everything. You went to the diner late at night. You know, you had a party, like you had like a school event. You went to the diner afterwards. That's where you and your friends went. I don't know. I guess these fucking new crop of Gen Z kids, they don't fucking like the diners. I don't know. I guess they don't want to go out and socialize, these kids. They rather sit in their fucking rooms and play video games. I don't know. But all the diners are fucking going out of business on Long Island. And it's so sad because they're so good. That's where you get like good Greek salads and all that shit. And they're just all going out of business. It sucks. Like there's like very few left. There was one around the corner from my house. The second COVID hit, that shit went out of business. So, and now every day on the news, you see like this diner is closing, that diner is closing. Cause like the diners are big, it's a culture on Long Island. Like it's a big thing to go to the diner at, you know, late at night. You get breakfast for dinner, you know, and it's starting to disappear, and it's kind of sad. Just like, I guess, like when our parents were young, right? And the drive-in movie theaters were a big thing, and now they're a thing of the past, you know? It's kind of sad seeing the diners kind of disappear. But I'm like, everything's disappearing. Party City just closed. Joanne's Fabric just closed. Fucking, what else just closed over here? GameStop. My son the other day, he's like, Mom, can we go to GameStop? I'm like, it's gone. I'm like, where the fuck did it go? GameStop closed. But I'm like, you really don't need to go to GameStop anymore because you can kind of like download the games on the thing, I think. But everything's going out of business. There's going to be no fucking stores anymore. We're all going to be a bunch of fucking robots that just live in our houses and have boxes delivered to us. Because I'm like, does any, like, I get mad. I probably shouldn't, but I get mad. I definitely shouldn't because you know, I don't work, so I shouldn't get mad at people. Not mad, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, no, you're going to make the stores close down. I start panicking. It's probably a better thing. I don't get actually angry at people. But, like, I have so many friends that, like, don't even go into the fucking grocery store, which when I used to work, I went to the grocery store all the time. They're like, oh, I order on, you know, this, and I go pick it up. Like, they don't even, like, go food shopping anymore. I'm like, do you realize that the more you do this and the less you go into stores, we're not going to have stores anymore. You know, I'm like, you have to go in the stores, dude. I don't know. There's certain things that you just need to shop for in person. If I could get something in person, I'm buying it in person. I'm not ordering it online. But there's so much shit now that you like can't find anywhere that you have to order it online. But if I could buy it in the store, I'm buying it in the store. I hate fucking ordering shit online if I don't have to. I'd much rather go out, go to the store, you know, and do my own food shopping and pick my own fucking apples out and shit, you know? Like, I'm like, all these people, like, I know they're like, oh yeah, I just, you know, I order my food online and then I have it, you know, where they go to Walmart and pick it up. And I'm like, stop doing that. You're gonna like, we're not gonna have like food like stores anymore. It's just gonna be like a factory one day, and like you're not even gonna know what you're getting. They're just gonna throw a bag out to you, you know. Walmart already raised their prices. Our Walmart is so fucking expensive. The other day I go in there, I go to buy bacon. It's $11, right? I'm like, what the fuck? No, I'm sorry. The eggs, 18 pack of eggs was $11 at Walmart, which is fucking unheard of. What else was it? The hot dogs. I like the Hebrew National hot dogs. I go to buy them, $15. I'm like, what the fuck? For like the big package. I was like, oh my God, what's going on, Trump? So you're gonna fix all this shit, right? Yeah. You're making it worse for us with your fucking tariffs, you dumb fuck. Where's all the Trump fans? Tell me that this motherfucker isn't making our economy worse. Please tell me how it's not getting worse somehow. Yeah, sorry. I hate getting political on here, but I mean that's what we were right. He fucking campaigned on that shit on our grocery prices going down, dude. They've done nothing but go up since he's been in office. Absolutely nothing. Since peanut butter is over six something, $6 a jar at Walmart. At fucking Walmart, where it was always like so cheap. Yeah, not good. Not good. The whole trade thing with China is a mess because I mean, even for me, I lost the top to one of my molds. What's up, Alicia? And I couldn't find it anywhere in my house. I think my husband threw it up. I'm ain't gonna talk about that. I always blame him when I can't find shit, but it's probably, who knows? It got thrown out. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened to this thing. It fucking disappeared. So I was like, fuck, I gotta go back on, an order for my candle mold. I go on there, every item on AliExpress, every item I'm clicking on, it's telling me that they can't ship it to my address. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This, like, my whole business is contingent on ordering supplies from overseas. Not everything, but a lot of the stuff I get, the molds that I get, it comes from overseas. So I'm like, oh, fuck. And I love how everybody's like, oh my god, you Temu stuff. Guess what? Go around your house and pick up every fucking item in your house, bitch. I bet you it says made in China underneath it. I bet you 90% of the shit in your fucking house, if you go look at the label, it says fucking made in China. You dumb fucks. All the people that are like, you get this stuff that's made in China. I'm like, yeah, everything's fucking made in China. Go look at your lighting fixture. Go look at your fucking rug. Go look at your fucking clothes. And tell me where it's made. Go look at the fucking lamp in your living room. I guarantee you that shit was made in China. Oh, what about your nice iPhone? Guess what? Made in China. Guess what? All the little fucking pieces. And how about your fucking car? Do you drive a fucking car? Because I guarantee 90% of the parts that are in your car, guess where they're fucking made? In China. From the little fucking switches and all the little plastic pieces and all the bullshit is made in China. Do you go get your fucking nails done? Guess where 90% of those fucking nail products that they're putting on your nails are made? In fucking China. Everything's made in China. You got Nike sneakers? Guess where they're made? In China. How about your big Louis Vuitton bag? Oh, what's that? Oh, wait, what? Birkenstock? All this shit? Not Birkenstock. Whatever the fuck. All these nice luxury bags, guess where the fuck they're made? In China. In China. Everything's fucking made in China. And guess what? We are not fucking set up to manufacture 90% of the shit that we need to live every day. So, yeah. Even if you have an American-made Ford, though, Natalie, a lot of the little pieces and parts that go into your Ford are made in China. Little plastic pieces and switches and shit like that. It's all from China. So, everything's made in China. We need China to survive. We do. And there's so many businesses right now that are fucking going crazy because small businesses that are going crazy because they order supplies from China, whether it's fucking molds, right? Or, big supplies like you need titanium, dioxide to color something. It's milled in China, comes from China. It's not good. Not good. Not good at all. Yeah, Ford is built in Mexico and Canada too. Yep. There's nothing is 100% made in America. Even if it's built here and put together here, it's usually from components that come from China. A lot of the makeup we wear, guess where it comes from? China. The little packaging that it's in, guess where it comes from? China. So, yeah, no more tea machine, everything from China, tariff-free is 150. It's fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. So, my company car is Ford, my Toyota Runner is Japan. I love Japanese cars. They're fucking the best. Nissan, Toyota, they're the shit. American cars, sorry, I have 2 American cars in my driveway. They both fucking suck. My car is having fucking problems right now, and my car has fucking been abused with all the fucking driving we do in it. But my husband's truck's the biggest piece of shit ever. Fucking garbage. Chevrolet. It's the last time I'll buy Chevrolet. But I mean, I love my truck, don't get me wrong. I don't want a new one. My husband's like, we might get a new truck. I'm like, no, I don't want my truck. I don't want to get rid of it. I love it. But it's starting to have this weird, I don't know. It has some weird problems. The scariest fucking thing. My brakes, when I first get in the car, and I always forget that it's gonna happen, and it doesn't happen all the time. My brakes like lock up, and I'll be like jamming my foot on the brake, and it feels like my car's not gonna stop. It's so scary. And I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like brakes are fine. Like I have, my brake pads, everything's good. It's some, I don't know, sensor that I think went wrong, that went bad. And it only happens, thank God, when I'm going in reverse. But it's like, it feels like the car's not going to stop. The brake like locks up. It's like the weirdest thing. But I never had, when I had my in-laws have my Toyota, that my 2006 fucking Toyota Avalon, and they're still driving it, and they still haven't had to do any major work on that fucking thing. Nothing. All they've had to do is like regular maintenance, like change the brakes, oil changes. Other than that, that car is running perfectly. Perfectly. And it's like fucking almost, what, 20 years old now. And it's still fucking running good. I love that fucking car. If I didn't have Jesse, I would probably still be driving that fucking thing because I love that car. But yeah, everything's just made like shit nowadays. Anything that's made in America is probably not even that good anyway. So, but anyway, all right, I'm gonna end this. I gotta go. I gotta eat. Whole Amazon made. Yeah, Amazon's mostly China. It's not good, guys. But anyway, all right, I'm going to end this. I'll see you guys sometime this week or next week or something. I'm sure we'll catch up again. It was lovely chatting with everybody. And I'll see you guys next time. All right. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you soon. All right. Goodbye.